my channel. My name is Deepa and this is Divine Tarot by Deepa Sri. Yes, so you must have seen the title of the video. Yes, so finally today is the day and today is Krishnastami. Yes, and my nakshatra, the Rohini nakshatra of Lord Krishna. Yes, so today is the day I'm going to finally shoot the inner union, the wands video that all have been waiting for, and I'm finally prepared. Yes, so stick along with me. I'm gonna get straight into the video. Yes, and I'm gonna share. Yes, I'm gonna get into my Deepa zone and share with you guys the most, challenging one of the element of tarot, that is the wands. Yes, so I'm gonna link here in the I option the swords so that you see that, and then just come here and see the wands. Then we have, you know, the next two elements, which is the cups, and the next one, which is the pentacles. Yes, so wands is the toughest. Yes, so let's begin, shall we? First, before I begin the inner union, the wands, and what in me triggered this path and how did I complete inner union, like I said, it is four elements, and I have already covered the air element, which is the swords. Yes, and after good 2 to 3 months, I am covering the wands. One of the toughest challenge that I faced in this inner union journey. Yes, so firstly, what is wands? Wands is nothing but the first thought that you get is it's a fire. It is a mass energy. It is, your three fire elements, which are very strongly, let me tell you, of the four zodiacs, your water element and your fire element represent strongly in your tarot. Like your water element, your three water signs represent the cups energy. Yes, and the scorpion card, which is represented also by the death card. Yes, and it's an extra card in your water deck. Yes, similarly, stay tuned for that. I'm going to cover in my inner union the cups video. Yes, after this will be that. Yes, because I'm going to end with the pentacles, which is the longest. Yes, so the next, yes, is like I've covered swords. Yes, the next strongest element of the four is the fire. Yes, you will feel a very strong connection with your Leo, Sagittarius. Yes, so any of you, and obviously Aries. Yes, so I am going to, I have my radar white, which is arranged in like when I was making the swords video, I noticed that some of you cannot connect to how the card looks. Yes, so in this video I'm going to show you guys a visual representation, and for this the best deck is your Radar White. Yes, so I'm going to show you guys of how it looks. Yes, and what is the visual representation and what is the decoding in inner union. Okay, so you feel a very strong mass energy. The number 9 is very significant. So if you are a number 9, yes, like even if it adds to a number 9, yes, like your 9, 18 and 27. So if you're born in any of these dates, you are your twin. Yes, or even the karmic. Yes, so very strong wands energy. Like your water energy, a very strong fire element is represented very strongly in your the wands deck. Yes, so what are the adjectives that best describe the wands? Yes, so like I said, mass, number 9. Yes, and your passion. The first adjective that very strongly when I talk about Mars is passion. Yes, very strong inner connection to your which chakra? To your solar plexus chakra. Here. Yes, so very strong your fire that is burning within you, known as your Atma Karaka. Yes, so that is your very strong soul, your soul that is burning is represented by the wands energy. That is why it is very tough to represent inner union. The wands also very tough when you reach the wands phase. Yes, so even inner union happens in 4 phases. And to all my tarot card readers, you may have a question, and what about major arcana? So, yes, my lovelies, so after you finish your inner union with the 4 elements, the next you step into, which I am going through, is the major arcana. Yes, you feel all the, all the 22 cards then. Yes, so I'm gonna make that in the last. So right now we are in the minor arcana representing the wands energy. Yes, one more adjective, passion. Yes, is the next one is ego. So in your four elements, the adjective ego is represented very strongly in the fire elements. That is why you will see a lot of ego. Compared to Aries and a Leo, a Sagittarius will have comparatively less, but it will still have ego. So all the three, my mom is a Sagittarius, so I know that very well. Yes, and a Leo, like my king soulmate is a Leo. Yes, and an Aries. The terminology, the adjective ego is very strongly associated with the wands. Yes, so that is why in inner union, letting go of the ego is very tough. That is the inner union. Okay. Next comes the trust your instinct. Yes, of all the signs, yes, of all the four elements, the highest, yes, highest, your element which trust, its instinct is your, the gut feeling, very strongly also represented by Lord Hanuman. Yes, comes in the fire element. Yes, so it's very important to understand what is all this. What are the adjectives which wands represent? Yes. So the next adjective is the adventure. Adventure, which is strongly associated with the wands. Yes. So all these three zodiacs, are very adventurous. Yes. And they're very adventurous even in your bed. Yes. So that is why the fire element is very strongly associated with the sex energy, sexual energy. Yes, like there are two types of sexual energy in two elements. Water has a very emotional sexual energy, and when you come here to wands, it's a very strong fire sexual energy, passionate. Yes, all these adjectives are associated with your wands deck. Yes, to my tarot card readers that follow me, yes, for learning, these are the adjectives which are strongly associated. Okay, so, for example, if you get a Ace of Cups, a Ace of Sword, a Ace of Wand, and an Ace of Pentacle, and if there is some particular question, when a reader gets a Ace of Wand, it is known that for guarantee and for sure it's going to happen. So that kind of firmness is in Wand's energy. It is very strongly like a direction. It's a chariot mixed, very strong direction. Yes. So as I decode one by one card, I'm going to tell you guys in depth and decode what is the inner union. Now coming to my story, like I said, for an event that happened to me last year February, yes, which is also the month my dad passed away, and it's also the month that I first time met V. Yes, whatever my twin did, after that it shaked me. Yes, and I decided. Now we are talking here about a decision. Yes, like Ace of Sword, I said, talks about truth. Like I discovered a truth, a very strong Libran energy in Ace of Sword. Yes, and also I gave it to like Gemini and Aquarius. Okay, like that, Ace of Wands is a decision. Yes, so I came to this decision. Yes, now I am telling you that as a divine feminine, what exactly sparked a change in me? Yes, or what exactly happened that I decided, decision, firmness, passion, for, and also one more adjective which is very strongly associated with the fire elements, the wands, is follow your dreams, a direction. Yes, so this particular thing, whatever happened in my life, I, at that point of time, when I discovered my twin's behavior is not right towards me, that is the truth. Then, like I was just going, and let me tell you, I was very strongly trying and waiting and patiently waiting and everything. Yes. When I decided that all this energy, now I'm going to give to myself and follow this direction. Now if my twin joins me, does not join me, comes along with me, it does not fuck matter. I am going towards now my goal and my direction. I'm gonna do my soul mission, gonna follow my dreams, my channeling from the universe, and go towards it. that is your direction. So that in of the four elements, the highest follow your dreams is the fire, the Aries, Leo, and your Sagittarius. These three you will see will be very, very highly career oriented. Yes. So Wands has that, like very strong going for things. So it's a decision which I reached, that I came to a conclusion. If my twin will join me, not join me, come, comes, does not come, marriage, no marriage, I give a fuck. Yes, that is what I reached last year, February. From there, I think after, for me, I'm just splitting and explaining to you in the four videos. But for me, all of the four elements happened at once. And I think within 10 days, I got, Insta verified. Yes. So when I made this decision, that God, now this particular behavior of my twin was biggest tower moment for me. And I actually want to thank my twin, because I just, let me put it in words, like if I am trying to pull and take my twin and go. I tried it very strongly, very hardly. Yes. Then I'm like, just chuck it. No, I'm going to go. Yes. So it's like that. So it's a decision. Okay. So some biggest tower need to happen to invoke a inner union. It can be for like anything. Yes. What is it? I'm gonna tell in the future that what exactly happened, why, what, all these questions I know you people are having, but it is not to be covered in this video. It is some particular tower moment happened which shaked me, that now my decision, my energy is towards me. But I also put it out that, see, because here we're also talking about ego in the inner union, I also left it out in the universe that if my twin changes, if my twin realizes who he is to me, treats me not only like a queen but also an empress. Yes, like royalty. Because in my story, let me tell you, like every divine masculine, I have seen duality. Yes, a zone which I know is like loves me like mad, and another zone which treats me like shit. I had issue with this. Yes, so my journey to come here, make this channel, and to shout and to speak was I did not like the way my twin behaved or treated me. That was always my fight. Yes, and when I came in this channel, I noticed that it's a fucking pattern of an every divine masculine, because every divine feminine that I met told me of how their twin behaved, how is a typical divine masculine, because it's very complex. Like it's like a chameleon. Yes, it cannot be defined. That is why you have so many channels which decode a divine masculine behavior. It's very, very funny and strange. Yes. So for me, then it was breaking the ice. Yes, that is when Deepa made a decision that now, and that I want to follow this path. Yes, when I privilege, let me tell you, in Twin Flame journey, happiness plays a very important role. Yes, I was not selfish. Let me tell you, I was that I want to be happy. Yes, that is a decision I made. Yes, and I went towards it. I let me tell you, there was a zone of me that withheld, like I kept so many of my outfits that I'm gonna wear this with, my twin, so many of the places that I had in my mind that I'm gonna see these with my twin, so many things that I halted, that, I'm gonna fulfill this with my twin. But I came to a realization, no, Deepa, this is your life and you have every right, and that is the decision that I came, that I'm going to choose myself. And because here we're also talking about ego, I also left it out in the universe that if my twin will come back to me, like if my twin will change and come to me, I will also accept with open arms when he will treat me like an empress. Yes. So let's begin. Now we're gonna do the decoding of the all the cards in the 14 cards, yes, in this deck. Yes, so let's begin. So let's begin the decoding of the cards. Yes, so the first card that I have in the Wands Energy Tarot deck is obviously Ace of Wands. Yes, so what are the adjectives which you think about when I talk about Ace of Wands? Ace of Wands talks about a new direction, burst of energy, and determination, and it is for me the torch of fire. Yes, very strong hermit. So in hermit, the the lantern that he carries is nothing but Ace of Wands. Like I said, a new direction. Yes, it is a new idea. Yes, like when you see these cartoons and all of that, which you see like a spark. Yes, that is your Ace of Wands. Yes, an idea which comes. Yes, direction. Yes, a new you, a new personality. Like I say, the torch of fire. So the inner union, the wands, yes, is nothing but torch of fire. Yes. So I'm gonna put that in the title. Yes. So it's a torch of fire, your Atma Karaka. So when you see that when someone dies, their Atma goes and mixes. So that is that Atma, which is the fire, which is your solar plexus chakra. Yes. Why I'm telling that solar plexus chakra is because sun, yes, wands, fire, sun. Yes, the sun card is associated very strong with the wands. Yes, so Ace of Wands. So what happened exactly? So we're gonna go one by one. I have arranged this, taken out these cards from the deck, and going to give you guys going to give you guys the direction for the inner union, the wands. So what exactly happened to Deepa, the divine feminine? Yes. So for me, a new me was born like a phoenix. For me, I decided that, you know, see, one thing I was sure is that my twin, if he's my twin, that is why I say it's very important for the divine feminine to be sacred divine feminine. So for me to make this video, it was very important. I also covered that topic before. Yes. So a sacred divine feminine. Yes. Now every video, yes, my lovelies, is going to be interlinked. To watch this, to understand this, you have to watch another video. So, for the divine feminine to be sacred divine feminine, it's very important because that is the driving factor for me. I was on this path that, yes, a new me, a new personality of me was born. And let me tell you, to some extent, yes, of all the experience that I had with, meeting different dear from my channel and all of that, made me realize that, see, I was silent for the 5 years of my journey, yes, made me realize that Deepa, that you are already a sacred divine feminine. So it was very important for me to see that side of other divine feminine, to realize that you're self-sufficient. See, if you, like me, if I have to talk here about all this topic, it is very important to be sacred, empathetic, and all of these. Only if you have these qualities in you, that God gives the strength to come here and speak, because this is not an easy topic. It's a very complex topic. Okay, I went through all these emotions, all these transitions, all these myself. Yes, so Ace of Wands. So when you go through an inner union, let me tell you, I'm trying to split here into 4 elements. But for you, everything will happen one shot. So I discovered a new me. Yes, an Ace of Wand. Yes, an Ace of Wand is a very strong, the torch of fire in your life, your Atma Karaka, your torch of fire, very strong Mars energy. Yes, it is like just picking up the sword, no matter how many enemies you have. Yes, just going for it. So that is your Ace of Wands. Yes, followed by the Two of Wands. It's interlinked. See, it's like, for example, I started my car and this is my first gear. Like I just pressed, my clutch. Yes, put the first gear and it's in 20 speed. I've just started. That is my Two of Wands. So what does Two of Wands represent? Yes, so what does two of wands represent? So if I have to frame it in words, it is like make your move. Yes, for example, if this is torch of fire, this is make your move. Like I said, your first gear, you put your car in first gear. So you put your direction, your decision. Let me tell you, the decision can be different for every DF. That is why when for me the decision was my happiness. Yes, so my happiness, no matter what, like traveling, like figuring out, making content for myself, figuring out everything, yes, is you. Like what is your decision? For different people it is going to be different thing. So what is your decision that you have decided as a sacred divine feminine? Now no more you will be a divine feminine. Here let me tell you, you have also achieved a sexual union, then you will come to inner union. So I'm trying to decode to you that you have already achieved a sexual union. So what does sexual union mean? That you already have a bond. Like for example, you're both, you're both sexual parts, like your guys, your male, his male organ, your female organ, have intertwined and connected. That is sexual union. Like no matter where you are, you feel your twin from the depth of his soul. Like it's a mix of two energies, like the yin and yang. Yes, and like I said in my that painted video, that you know I feel so much like, there is so much blue in my life, like, and like that this man has turned gold. Yes, so it is that exchange of auras, my pros in him, his pros in me. Yes, so this direction, my lovelies, yes, this is like your make your move. Yes, and one more thing. Yes, one more adjective that is very strongly, two adjectives in fact, that is very strongly associated. Like you can see here, this man has made a decision, like he has made a decision to go this way. And this decision to every DF can be different. Okay, so two more adjectives that are strongly associated with the two of wands card is being bold and being creative. Yes, so I am full of it. Yes. And let me tell you, bold does not mean just dressing. You get bold in dressing. Bold means in life. Yes. Like I don't give a fuck of what people judge me. Yes. So that is being bold and being creative. So do you have that? Yes. That is when you complete the inner union. So two of wands. See here, this man has chosen the wand and he's holding a world, which is a very strong world card. Yes, I am ready for this world, whatever it has. Like it's an unexplored world, like it's not let explode, and you have made this path and a decision to go on this. Like when I found out that my twin, like I met him very suddenly in my life. Yes, and I'm like, okay, so this man does not know what I mean to him and what am I. And let me tell you, I'm talking about till in February. I see my twin by then knows what am I, what role I have, and all of that. But I was not seeing that significant, swift action that I wanted. Yes, that I deserve. Yes, and to me, this was also the total surrender to God. So, this wand that this man has left is total surrender to God. Still, you have to do this. So, for me, I kept a condition to God that I have done it so far with full my dedication. Now, it is your duty to do something there. And let me tell you, as a divine feminine, I always never cursed my twin flame. Yes, the curse would be like he should, you know, um, like suffer without me. That's it was my curse. I never cursed him that he should have bad things and all, because if I say it will happen. Yes, because I have, my second house Jupiter exalted. So if I say it happens. Yes. So my twin, like I always, even if there was a curse, the curse would be like he should know what is life without me. So that is the curse. Yes. So you have, like I left my twin in the side, that now this God, this is your duty. You do towers, you want to teach him what way is the best, that you think that this man will realize. I leave it to you. Yes. So that is Two of Wands. Yes. Next, coming to the Three of Wands. So that was your Two of Wands. It is a decision to move. So you have started acting upon in Two of Wands. Then comes your Three of Wands, is your car's second and third gear. Like you have already started on a journey, started on a decision, started firmly. Yes. So you're choosing yourself. The Wands also mean choosing yourself, and it is not out of a selfish motive. I left it out in the universe that if my twin changes, I'm also going to accept him back. So it's very important you tell this. I wanted him to realize my worth. Yes. So that is the curse. Yes. So remember what you curse also, because ultimately your twin is your other part. Yes. And I'm telling you this with experience of other divine feminine. So be careful of what you also curse. Yes. So it's human tendency. Yeah. That when you even, gods have shown that in all, all their, when they curse somebody. Yes. Yeah. Even Lord Shiva, Vishnu, and nobody escaped from that. Like Lord Vishnu had the curse that he has to take different avatars as human on earth. Yes. Lord Shiva has the curse that he will be only worshipped in his ling form. Yes. And Lord Brahma had the curse that he will not be worshipped on earth. So there nobody escaped curse. But my divine feminine, if you are a sacred divine feminine, be careful of what you curse. I only wanted my twin to realize my worth and treat me like an empress. That was my motive. That's it. So, like when I started this channel, I already know that my motive was to make him realize that I'm his twin flame and what am I in his life. So, like that, when I was on going on in this inner union journey, my motive was that. So ensure that it's okay. It's a human, because you have gone through a lot of pain. You will cuss and curse and all of that, but ensure that it is in the you know it's in limits still, because you are a sacred divine feminine. Because you should not again repent that what did I curse. Okay. The next card, like I say, Three of Wands is a journey. Yes. A Three of Wands is a journey, and let me tell you, when you are in Three of Wands energy, in an inner union. Yes. Like for example, I started from my house. I just went 2 kilometers away on my car. And then suddenly I remember I forgot something. And then I have to come back, U-turn, come back, again collect what I forgot. So when you will be in this Three of Wands, like multiple, I still remember when I was in this Three of Wands energy, again I got stuck in a karmic cycle. I very strongly remember. Yes. And things little bit happened with my divine masculines friends gang as well. So this is the time where God will test you, come back. Yeah. That come back. Yes. So for me, but I was like, no. Now, whatever it is, if I forgot something, it's fine. I'll buy something on the way or something. I'll come up with a solution in this path that I have embraced and have taken. A decision that I am going to follow, choosing my own happiness. Yes. So, God will test you. That come back. Yeah. Again, come back. Yes. So, Three of Wands, like I say, is a card like given multiple choices. Like if you see here you only had, two. Like in this two, you made one decision. Now you'll be given three choices. Yes, like there will be multiple, like how multiple questions are, like yes or a no. For example, you have a question and answer is yes or a no. Yes, and now you have ABC option. Yes, it's like that. Wherein God will test you to come back. Yes, do different things. Still follow the path of righteousness. So Three of Wands is the card of righteousness. Yes, you still follow the path. Yes, you still follow, you know, still follow the decision that you have taken. Okay, now coming to the Wands card. Yes, the Wands card has one beautiful card that is the favorite of all tarot card readers, and that is Four of Wands. So I'm going to decode in this video what exactly is Four of Wands. Yes, it is a marriage card. Four of Wands is the marriage card. But yes, this card has a very strong, yes, Jewish influence. Yes, this is nothing but, yes, what are these four known as? Yes, so it is Four of Wands card is associated very strongly with the Jewish culture. Yes, so when these cards were designed, there was definitely an reference. Yes, like how a painter uses some reference. Yes, so like that, the Four of Wands card is known as the Chupa. Yes, it's known as Chupa. Yes, so this four wands, like that is why in our Telugu culture it's known as mandiram. Yes, like they build the kalyana mandapam means like where you're getting married, the four, they put the four thing, right, for the bride and groom to get married. Yes, so this is that, it's known as chupa. Yes, so it's a very strong from the Jewish culture. Yes, and yeah, so what are these four poles? These four poles are, poles which have summer fruits, very strongly summer fruits. Yes. So summer fruits, like for example, in India, the summer fruit is mango. I really love mango. Yes. So mango, and you have very strong during spring. You have a lot of flowers and fruits which come up. So it is that. Yes, that is why in now pick up the seasons which they strongly represent. So Aries is what, your March and April. Yes, Leo is your August, very strong August. Yes, and a little bit of July after your Cancer season. Yes, little bit of August. Okay, then which is the season Sagittarius, which is the end of the year. If you see in all these three, you have the very strong flowers and fruit season. Yes, so that is your Four of Wands. So one of the brilliant card in the wands, yes, which covers in the wands. Yes, so what is it that I decided here? Okay, so for me, when I met, this is my story, remember that. Okay, so when I met my twin, I was given a channeling that I never told this in any of my videos, I think so, but this is the time that I'll say that when my soulmate one was getting married, yes, we had some deal that I will see. So I challenged him. See that now I'm about to meet my husband. Yes. So within exactly 1 week, we came in my life. Yes. So that was the Four of Wands. And when I first time met V, like like I said, I heard shank, like drums. I heard drums and I heard shank, and I heard rudraksh, like the damaru. Okay, even the rudraksh. So I heard everything related to Lord Shiva. Okay, and to me, that was a channeling that okay, I'm meeting my spiritual husband, and in my story, it is a very strong tie up with this card. Okay, then I decided that okay, it does not matter that if I cannot have my Four of Wands with anyone apart from my twin. Yes, but I'm still going to go in this journey. Yes, it does not to me the fuck matter what my that I'm going to destroy my Four of Wands. Yes, to me that decision that have to leave my Four of Wands was one of the toughest decisions. That is why I achieved in a union. Yes, so do you have the guts to leave your Four of Wands? Yes. So in some cases, also remember that in some cases, like when your twin is married or you yourself are married, yes, your Four of Wands is incomplete. Yes, it because that Four of Wands card looks like 11, 11. Yes, the Four of Wands, the real union, like how goddess Parvati is to Shiv and Shiv is to goddess Parvati. Four of Wands card is described, is defined only with your twin flame. Yes, and I'm leaving this out. Yes, it is a fact. Yes, Four of Wands is a card defined for your union, a marriage, a marriage union, a legal union with your twin flame. Period. Yes. So for the people whose twin are married, or they themselves are married, or they're in a different timeline, where different timeline as in um different, what do you say, in a different life altogether, where they are married or their twin is married. Remember that you are correcting this. You're correcting your chupa. Yeah. So Four of Wands for me was the decision that I may lose this forever if I am leaving behind and I'm going forward on another journey altogether. Even if I have to never have my Four of Wands in my life, it didn't matter. Because to me, it made sense that I at least achieved the goal that I told my twin flame. Who am I? And I am the twin flame. That's it. Yes. So for me, it was that. So forever, I gave up my Four of Wands forever. Yes. So for that. Yes. Now comes from here, starts a different set altogether. Okay. So this is the breaker of this deck. That is why it was important to show these cards, because it was very important to explain. Yes. So for me, and you're in this Four of Wands, you also have a castle behind. So for me, if I have to live that dream life of it, for me it didn't make sense. So I really gave up my Four of Wands way back, in February 2023 itself. Yes. So that. Yes. Next, now comes here the Five of Wands. I have to begin from here. Yes, this is a journey altogether. Okay. Now let's come, since today is Krishnastami and I chose this day for a very specific reason. Yes. Firstly, because Rohini, it's my own nakshatra Rohini. Secondly, because Moon, Mars, Jupiter are conjuncting in the Taurus sign after 12 years. Yes, so very special and a significant, yeah, conjunction in the sign of Taurus. Yes. Next, what is the reason? Yes, and I have to ultimately reach Lord Vishnu. Yes, my Vaikunth, like I always say in the cosmic ocean. Okay. Now, yes, let's go a little back, because here now we are talking about Five of Wand. Yes, Five of Wand is a card of war. Yes, why? So you will have this internal war. Like for me, I was stuck. Why God put, how, I'll tell you the beauty of this, this three cards. Okay, Four of Wands, then comes Five of Wands, and then comes Six of Wands. What does Six of Wands represent? It represents victory. Like your V, like your victory. You have that smiley, right? Yeah. So victory. Yes. Why this in middle? The Five of Wands. It is an internal conflict, competition, fight, and here exactly karmic cycle. You can see how is that card. Okay. Why God put Five of Wands between your victory and your dream, your dream Four of Wands? Yes. Why? I'm gonna explain now. Yes. So why is that Five of Wands is put in between these two? Why? It's like, good, bad, good. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. So why? Now I'm gonna tell you guys. Yes. So firstly, Four of Wands, like I say, it means that I have to forever give up. Yes. Next comes the internal conflict of, you know, you have traveled only three cards. Treat this like a journey. For example, I traveled 100 kilometers and my journey is of 1,000 kilometers. If I see I haven't traveled far, I can still go back. Yeah. Or I can go back, or I can be an ultimate loser with an internal conflict and achieve my reverse of my Six of Wands. Like ultimately fail and fall in the deepest pit. Like ulta of your victory. Okay? Like a failure. Yeah, let's put that like that. Yeah. Now, let me tell you. Yeah, I picked the wrong card. Okay. Let me tell you why this is important. So you will have this internal conflict that you keep asking. We have this human tendency wherein we ask ourselves that, am I going in the right path? Am I following the right route? So because here we are talking about inner union, you will have this inner conflict. Yes. So, like I said, I gave up my Four of Wands forever. To me, in fact, I felt pressured when many divine feminines haunted me for my Four of Wands. I felt it like deep pressure. Yes. And that was a zone where I was going through this. No one realized that all linked their twin flame journey with my Four of Wands. What the fuck is that? Yes. So, yes, I come here, make this content. Yes, I'm psychic. Yes, for me, my journey is my teaching. Yes, so obviously it makes sense. Yeah, like for example, I can't talk about like I can talk about cricket as an audience. Yes, I played a lot in my childhood as well, but I really don't know the game in depth to talk about it. Yes, so like that, I really went through my twin flame journey. That is why I can talk about it, like in depth. Yes, so like that, to me, I felt pressurized. Yes, when these all this internal conflict, when everybody linked their twin flame journey. So when everybody linked their success of twin flame journey to my four of wands, it really was an internal conflict and a struggle to me. Yes, I was like, you should do your twin flame journey for yourself. Like, for example, everybody tried a lot to pull me back in the Ace of Wands, back again this direction. Like I say, go back, never give up. Yes. So the four of wands here was like, I forever chuck it. I don't want this four of wands. Yes. So I went on this journey. Next comes the internal conflict, like I say, your inner conflict, your consciousness and people in every form. This is where I fell in a karmic cycle with another karmic. Yes. Like I say, after inner union is the karmic victory. So I fell in this. Yes. You know, making me think about my six of wands. Yes, see, no matter what you do in your life, whatever journey you pass, you go on, you always want to win. Yes, you always want to achieve your six of wands. Yes, so since now we are talking about your this journey, the best example of five of wands and the best example for wands energy is nothing but the story of Mahabharata. Yes, let me tell you each example, which is a very strong inner union. Why I'm now talking about spirituality is because there is a saying that the person who has high sexual energy also has high spiritual energy. Yes, I'm a live example of this. Yes, because I have Mars in Taurus, that to retrograde with Moon exalted. Yes, so a person who has high sexual energy also has high spiritual energy. Now tell me in four elements, which deck has the highest sexual energy? The wands. That is why it is very important to also talk about spirituality. The best example of four of wands, five of wands, and six of wands, the three in a set combination. Why the five of wands of conflict, fight, war is kept in between a four and a six? Yes, and that live example is your Mahabharata. Let us pick up one of the greatest examples that I can tell you. The greatest warrior in the entire Mahabharata was who? Many people will tell Arjuna, I know that. Yes. I am also going to tell about why Arjuna was Krishna's favorite. Yes. So there is also a reason to that. Okay. The greatest warrior in the entire Mahabharata was Karna. Yes. Karna was the son of Surya Dev, son. Yes. So obviously now, like I said, we are really talking about the three zodiacs, your Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. So obviously I'm going to talk about fire. Leo is ruled by sun, the very strong. There is a saying, like my father decoded, if you are a Leo ascendant, you will fight every battle in your life. Yes, Leo ascendant has the power of sun. Yes, and yes, if you are if you are having sun exalted in your chart, like I have sun debilitated, but with Nichabanga Raja Yoga with my Venus there, yes, and my Mercury there, yes, such combination, only these three, okay, if you have sun there, yeah, this is like, you have blessing of sun, yes. So for example, the reason I'm gold aura is because of sun. I am Nichabanga Raja Yoga, yes, debilitated but giving double exaltation result. It's known as in astrology a concept. Okay. Now comes, yes, why Karna is given the strength and what exactly happened. Yes. So Karna was the greatest warrior. Yes. And the first son of Kunti. Yes. Yes. Why? was he? Why am I telling about him? So from every character, Mahabharata, let me tell you, yes, Ramayana is a very great, like you have Ravana and all of that. See, Ravana was very bad, but he was a very strong Lord Shiva disciple. He was a very great king. He was very, very always doing his very highly spiritual. Yes, but his like he what do you say when you take blessing from God? Yes, when you take like blessings from God, you have to also choose what is your outlet. Like he chose that he will be killed by an avatar of Lord Vishnu. Okay, so like that. So don't you think it's great to be killed by also Lord Vishnu? Yes. So there are, I believe that there are positive even in negative. That is why I tell that your karmics are reflecting of what are the flaws in yourself. Yes. So like Karna was the greatest warrior in Mahabharata. Yes. And he is the son of Surya Dev. Yes. He is so strong, the ace archer. Now I'll tell you what happened. What is the flaw here? What we have to learn from that in Mahabharata. Everything of this explains in your Five of Wands. Yes. Next, he like after Kunti, was just testing. Is it true that she can have sun from everything? Like she picks one element. Like she has sun from Vayudev. She has sun from Yamraj. Like that every element. Like you can she has the blessing of choosing from anybody. Yes, like that she chooses from sun god Karna. Karna is the greatest warrior of Mahabharata. What injustice happened to him? Like he was left in the river and someone picked it up. Yeah, someone picked him up. Yes, his parents like were nothing but in the council of Dhritarashtra. Yes, so from there his best friend was Duryodhana. Yes, so when in the end, like Kunti always hid that Karna is her son, from Pandavas that Karna is their brother. Yes, so the fight, the fight the fight that happened. Yes, in that Karna chose his friendship to Duryodhana over being a brother to Pandavas, because the majority of his life he didn't know. So that was the you know that was a lesson there, that he was just unlucky. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, your Five of Wands, nothing but Bhagavad Gita, the Kurukshetra, the war of Kurukshetra, in the war, like the war of Kurukshetra. Yeah, the war of Mahabharata in Kurukshetra. Yeah, so you know how many people were killed in this? There were 167 crores of people almost killed in the war, which was just 18 days. 18 days of war killed so many. And Lord Indra, the king of heaven, gave a blessing that whoever dies in this war will be given straight entry to heaven. Yes, like that, all your Shakuni, your Duryodhana, all went to heaven. Yes, because that war was so painful. Okay, so now that is why it is still red with the blood. Yes, now coming to, like, they didn't know that Karna is their brother. Yeah, and when you know um, when Dharmaraj, Yudhishthir, yeah, Dharmaraj was burying all the bodies, all are dead. Even the Upapandavas are dead. All are dead. Yes, when he was burying with so much pain, he curses his mother that a woman can never keep a secret. Because if Karna knew before that Pandavas are his brothers, he would have never fought from the side of Kauravas. But he was at a place where he had to fight for his best friend's side instead of his family. Now tell me, there is no right and wrong. That is why I choose the path of being a free spirit. That is exactly your wants. There is no right, no wrong. Karna was just unlucky. Yes, the only minus or the only negative which he did, yes, let me tell you, was killing Abhimanyu, Arjuna's son. See, when this war was going on, they knew that if they catch Arjun's son, it will change the war. Yes, It will change the war. Abhimanyu was killed on the 16th day. Yes, and a great warrior. Let me tell you, he was just he was just 16 years old. Yes, so Abhimanyu was 16 years old and killed on 13th day of the war. Yes, so let me tell you, that was the major tower moment of the Kurukshetra. Yes, and that is the birth of Bhagavad Gita, because Arjun loses his everything when his son is dead. Yes, and that is why he, the Gita, Bhagavad Gita Upadesam means like saying. Upadesam means saying. Yes, was given by Lord Krishna himself to Arjuna and taken on a chariot to this war. Why? The In war there is no right wrong but nothing, only right thing is dharma. You have to follow the principles of dharma, which these people did not. Seven people together. So let me tell you how Abhimanyu was, killed. It is one of the painful, like that when Subhadra was carrying Abhimanyu. Yes, she, Narad Muni came and told about how to enter in the Kurukshetra, like that spiral thing. Yes, how to enter in that. Yes, but Abhimanyu didn't know how to come out. Okay, so when he entered in this is one of our lessons in our school. Yes, so when he entered in this chakra view, like your spiral thing. Yes, they first, you know first broke his horse. Yes, then took away all his weapons, then surrounded him. Seven people surrounded him. Of them, two of them was, two of them was who? Karna and Ashwadhama. Yes, they surrounded him, and seven people together shot arrows at once on a 16-year-old boy. Yes, so then he picked up his chariot wheel and he fought with the wheel. Yes, so that is the death of Abhimanyu. A very strong, a very brave death. Yes, Karna had this curse of, you know, shooting one arrow at Abhimanyu. Yes, so the wands is nothing but a very strong link to, in the Hindu culture, obviously, a very strong link to Mahabharata. There is no right, no wrong. What is right to me may be wrong to you. So it's like that. Until we are following the principles of dharma, there is no right wrong. Yes. If you see, Mahabharata is nothing but a family fight. Yeah. It's nothing but a family fight. Now let us come to each character I can tell you with the five of wands. This is the only card in all of the 78 cards that I can link and tell you. Yeah. To each character in Mahabharata. Yes, that is Karna. So Karna had that curse. He's just unlucky. He didn't know at the right time that who he was to the Pandavas, because Kunti kept it a secret. Yes, so that is the curse on Kunti. Yes, now coming to Yudhishthir. Yes, Yudhishthir was the only Pandava who didn't know what is Kali Yuga. The other four Pandavas knew, like the Bhim, Arjuna, Nakul, Sahadev. Four of them knew what is Kali Yuga. Yes, Yudhishthir is the only Pandava that didn't know what is Kali Yuga. Like he was not present when Krishna was telling the story of what is Kali Yuga. So Yudhishthir has direct entry to heaven, so he will not be present in Kali Yuga. That is the one. Yes. And now coming to, actually, let me tell you, when they play the game of dice, like in Hindi, if I have to say jua, yeah. So when they'll be playing, who is the master? Shakuni. Shakuni is the master of this game. It's very tough to beat Shakuni. Yes. So they do foul play. Yes. And the dice that he has, I can just make a big long video about this. But the dice that he has are the bones of his brothers, of his relatives, the bones. Yes. And he had anger. He is that brother that had anger, is that brother that was angry, that is sister Gandhari, mother of Kauravas, yeah, married a blind man. Yes, yes. So who is right, who is wrong? Yes. Now coming to, let me pick up another character. Yes. Now coming to Draupadi. Yes. Many people will judge her because she married five of them. Yes. It is nothing but, let me tell you, there were, even if she married 5 people, yes, of all, Arjuna was her favorite, obviously, yes, but she has the child with Arjun in the last. Means she will have first children with other brothers, and then in the last, those are known as Upapandavas. So with 5 of them, she gave 5 children each. Yes. So all the 5 were also dead by the end of the war. Yes. So Upapandavas were also dead. Yes. So, you know, coming to Draupadi, yes, she is also one of the five, pativratas. Yes, pativratas. In that you have Sita, you have Tara Devi, you have Ahalya. Yes, you have who else do you have? You have Draupadi. Then you also have, these are known as Pativrata. In that, Sita is there. Yes. So you enter the fire, and you, like, they have a very strong connection with fire. Yeah. So that is why Sita in the last, jumps in the fire. That is why Sati Devi also jumps in the fire. So fire element all comes in this, the wands. That is why it's very important to decode the 5 of wands. And I am just trying to tell you in the best possible way. Okay. Now coming to why Arjuna was favorite of Krishna. He was not only the husband of his sister Subhadra, but Arjuna, let me tell you, Mahabharata is all of these characters. But Arjuna was the only character, not Bhim, not Yudhishthir, not Karna, not Ashwadhama, nobody. Arjuna was the only character in Mahabharata who was empath. Yes, he was feeling that, why am I fighting for my family? Why? Why should I do this? Why? Like that soft side, that person who has a soft side, Arjuna was that. That is why Krishna's best friend was Arjun, his brother-in-law, his own brother-in-law. Yes, that is why Krishna chose him to do the Bhagavad Gita. So that is exactly your 5 of wands. Yes. So till today, Mahabharata is the biggest example. Now tell me, that is why when, there is no right and wrong. That is why when, your twin, for example, Karmik does a lot of black magic. God, in saying, said that everything is fair in love and war. I believe that if this particular thing is happening in your story, there is a karma that needs to be cleared. Yes, it's just nothing but a karmic cycle. So for me, when I fell in a karmic cycle with my own, with my in my story with another karmic, I was like, everything is fair in love and war. So if you fired a bullet at me, I will also pick up my gun and fire at you. That is why Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius have that little bit of revenge side like a scorpion. Yes. So 6 of wands. So in my story, when I fell in this karmic cycle, a little bit time passed. Yes, for me to achieve my 6 of wands. So for me, when I reached this phase, I decoded that till I do not give my energy, till I am following the path of righteousness. And let me tell you, you have to also be determined, bold, and creative. And be careful of what you curse. I say that fight the war. Like, for example, Bhagavad Gita was given, Bhagavad Gita was why preached by Lord Krishna, because Kauravas did not fight the war following the rules of dharma. When they killed Abhimanyu, and it was a major tower and a flaw in Pandava's side when Abhimanyu was dead, that is when, he was reborn. You know, the Bhagavad Gita was reborn. Yes, it was the birth, not reborn exactly, the birth of the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, he rode the chariot and took Arjuna that you have to fight this, because Kauravas did not fight the war following the rules of dharma. So the person in you know the fire elements, let me tell you, in astrology, fire elements are the least spiritual people, but there will come a point in their life. Yes, so if your twin is Aries ascendant or Leo ascendant or Sagittarius ascendant, also their zodiac or also their moon. There will come a point in their time. For example, my karmic is Sagittarius moon. Yes, so there will come a point in their life where they will be the highest spiritual compared to the other three elements. That is why it was very important to tell this. Yes, so like Lord Krishna showed that there is no right and wrong till you are following the principles of dharma. So if your karmic did something like black magic or did any of the XYZ, she will face the punishment for it. But God also showed that I will also forgive and go ahead. So when I was going on a journey, on a decision of my inner union, I also left it out that if my twin will change, I will accept him with open arms. Yes. So my lovelies, I just try to give a little bit of glimpses of Mahabharata. Go read. That why is it Ramayana and Mahabharata is something that all of you should know in depth. Yes. Everything is wrong, but still everything is right. Yes. So it's like that. Every character, everything is right. Like how Draupadi, like I was telling that many people will think, many people will judge her character, but let me tell you, they still had laws. When she was with the wife of one brother, she was sister-in-law to the other four. The other four are not supposed to touch her. So when she is going, like for example, she finished her timeline. For some people say it's 1 year. So for 1 year, when she finished her, her, for example, she was with Yudhishthir for 1 year. Now she has to go to Bhim. Yeah. So she went 2 months or whatever, did her puja, again refreshed her energy, refreshed her soul, again jumped in fire and came out again as virgin and then went to Bhim. So there is law of dharma. Yes, that is why she, even if she married 5 people, it is just a misunderstanding when Arjuna says that I brought a gift, yeah, and his mother by mistake says you share it with all your brothers, yeah. That is just a misunderstanding, but because those people are saint, whatever they say it happens. Yes, so she followed still the process of dharma and considered one of the pati vratas in the list. Yeah, so she always reset in fire. So fire is an element. For example, when you burn your sage, fire is the element, fire is the one igniting this. That is why, like in your when your sun falls on you, no bacteria, nothing, no negative energy can come. That is why when you do black magic on a fire element, it is not easily absorbed. Yes, and that is a protection that all the three fire elements have. So of the four elements, black magic does not hit your three fire elements. Very tough. It has a protection of Lord Hanuman. Yes. Now moving on, what is the card we have? Seven of Wands. Yes. So yes, now comes the Seven of Wands. Yes, Seven of Wands talks about, like how I said, that Abhimanyu held this wheel and he was fighting with it because he lost. The Kauravas cheated and took away his weapons. They broke his chariot. Yeah, they circled him from without going out. Yes, so that is your Seven of Wands. It is having that grounding, standing still. So Seven of Wands card is somebody on a hill that when you hike, you hold very strongly, right? So holding on to your victory which you achieved with a lot of pain, with a lot of pain, very strongly. Where is the victory card? Very strongly, yeah. So this is the one, holding on to your victory very, very, very strongly. So this is the one. Yes, having your grounding. Yes, so this is your Seven of Wands, like sticking on to it. Yes, fighting till the last breath. So when you make a decision, inner union is all about decision. In the Wands energy is all about decision. So when you make this decision, it's very important to follow that path. Yes. So now you have already traveled half. So now, see, for example, Seven of Wands and Eight of Wands is a card wherein you have, for a journey of 1,000 kilometers, you have traveled 500. So now you have, either you go front or you go back, because it's same. The journey is same, like you want to go forward or you want to go backward. It does not make a difference. Yes. So, Seven of Wands is that. Yes. Now coming to your Eight of Wands, one of the brilliant card in tarot. Yes. So Eight of Wands talks about like a strong action. Okay. Now I have traveled 500 kilometers. Now we are like, chuck it. I'm going to go for the other 500. Yes. So it is about that. So in a tarot, if you ask any question and I get an Eight of Wands, I will tell that for sure it's happening very fast. So the element speed is associated with Eight of Wands. Swiftness, like it is for sure guarantee 1000% happening. So for example, when I'm trying to decode and I get this in combination with the Hierophant and this, I'm like, your twin is divorcing the karmic. Yes. So it all depends on the placement where it is coming. So Eight of Wands is another brilliant card. Yes. So after this internal conflict and you've made a decision. Yes. So now we have done all this. For example, yes, the war of Kurukshetra, I fought for 18 days. Okay. Now I'm tired. Yes, I need break. Because all this is physical. Yes, physical strain. Yes. So physically you're tired. So by the time you finish your inner union, the ones you feel tired. This is what exactly I felt when I was in my karmic cycle with my, the karmic. Yes, I felt tired. Let me tell you, when you reach this point, I fought a major AF karmic. But when this karmic came, even she was so silly, yes, that it felt like, because I'm so tired, it felt like too much. And I'm like, God, not again. Yes. So that is exactly your Nine of Wands, wherein you're protecting this victory. So in this Nine of Wands, now everybody have turned against you. Everybody, for me, this has really happened. Where I was alone fighting a battle. I brought all these divine feminine in my life. Yes, all of that, everything was against. I was alone. Yes, so everything. So you're protecting the Six of Wands that you achieved. So it's that. Wherein now everyone are in different direction. For example, in Mahabharata, all the Kauravas died. Yes, the ultimately remaining were only Pandavas. Yeah, and Draupadi. Yes, so and the wives of all this, all the Pandavas, the Upa Pandavas, and all of that. Yes, in this there was also a neutral side. Yes, Krishna's brother Balaram, yes, chose the neutral side, wherein he's not for the Kauravas, he's not for the Pandavas. He was in the neutral party in this war. Yes, so even that. So your Nine of Wands there talks about neutrality, wherein you choose a neutral side. Yes, you are like now tired, and of all this, you're protecting your Six of Wands, which you achieve. So for me, I then started to back out. Actually, for me, very significantly from May this year, yeah, after Jupiter changed in Taurus, I cut out all the divine feminines. But internally, I was already backing out when my inner union was going on. Already, I was backing out. Yes, so for this is your back out card. And then comes the Ten of Wands, wherein now you're resting. It's a very strong rest card. There is no other decoding for Ten of Wands. Yeah, Ten of Wands is like now you have taken a hit. I'll tell you why inner union, the wands feels very painful when you, by the time you reach your 9 and 10 of wands, is you have gone through so much internally, your internal conflict, even physically. See, because when your karmics attack you with your black magic, physically definitely it has an influence. By this time also, let me tell you, even your period cycle, all this divine feminine, you will have a lot of changes. Even your divine masculine, that is an influence of black magic, will physically go through something, because your wands talks about physical. Yes, so this is the one. Next, 10 of wands over. So now rest. Okay, so for example, this is the rest phase. For me, this rest phase was, I think, June, July, August of last year. So 3 months. Like in my story, 3 months was my rest phase. Now I've completed so far my journey. Now I've reached the destination. So obviously, if I drive 1,000 kilometers, I'm going to feel tired. I'm going to sleep for 3 days. Yeah, because of the journey. So that is exactly your transition from your 10 of wands to the page of wands. This is the transition. Okay. Now comes what is page of wands. Yes, it is like, for example, I, there was a tree which is, for example, in dying state, and I've chopped it. Okay, I've chopped it. I've not removed it. I've not uprooted it, but I have just chopped it. Then those small, in some time, those small green little bit start. Yes, that is your page of wand. Rebirth again of energy. A small outburst of energy. A page of wand is a what do you say, a focused person that is looking out for king of wand. His goal is king of wand. So this page of wand with the wand that he's holding is him, for him to be a king of wand, like I say, from a boy to a gentleman. Yes, so that is your page of wand. So what happens here? So in August, I remember in my story, August was the time last year that I went to Tirupati. Yes, again a Lord Vishnu place. Yes, and some people also say, also consider Balaji is not the avatar of Lord Vishnu. Balaji, he himself came. Yes, so there is a conflict. Yes, so August was the time after I again got up, was after the rest phase of June, July, August, the 3 months, and that was also the timeline wherein I decided not to wish my twin. Yes, for his birthday. Yes, that was the timeline. Yes, wherein I was like, I was going through my own inner union. And let me tell you, if I achieved this, if I achieved inner union, is also because my twin was going through his inner union. Yes, simultaneously. Cannot happen at one, only half soul is doing. Other half also. And let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you after the King of Wands. Yeah. So in this, yeah, the Page of Wands also talks about like that small belief of achieving the King of Wands. Now you have completed your journey, you have reached your destination of where you have to go 1,000 kilometers. There now you are. Yeah. So that is your Page of Wand. Again, you after 3 days rest, you want to look around, do sightseeing. That is that. For me, that energy was my August of last year, before I was about to meet my soulmate. So I'll tell you that June, July, August, when I was in my Ten of Wand, is I started talking to my soulmate. Like, yeah, but I didn't meet him. Yeah. So that was that energy. Is that new energy? Is that Page of Wand? Page of Wand also talks about a communication. Yeah. So don't think that if somebody will come in your story, whatever is supposed to happen in your story, God will self decide. So for me, it was my soulmate. Yeah. So Page of Wand. So then, yes, Knight of Wand talks about high passion and sexual energy. So when you reach this, I mastered, because I've also achieved a sexual union with my twin flame. I channeled my high sexual energy towards spiritual energy and manifesting different things. So for me, I really am a high travel enthusiast. I love traveling. So for me, whatever I withheld, I wanted to see with my twin flame. I was on this journey of wanting to go, on this. That is where, because I picked up a path and I went for it, I found my soulmate. Yeah. So my soulmate plays a very important role. Like I say, after my soulmate entered my life, I actually discovered that I went through all this. So for it because energy, like I tell, past and future, the present. Yeah. So when your present becomes your past, is when you actually understand in your future, which is now your present, that what happened in the past. Yeah, your present has to become your past for you to understand. Yes, so that is exactly what happened to me. So my Knight of Wand was my new passionate energy which I discovered towards my soulmate, and I have no shame in accepting this, and no, it will not change what I feel for my twin. Yes, so yeah, so that is your Knight of Wands. Very strong. I channeled my sexual energy to my spiritual energy. Like I balanced it. Knight of Wands card in an inner union wands is that. Yes. Then comes the Queen of Wands. I want to decode this beautiful card. Queen of Wands is a very strong Leo card. It is the Leo card. So if I get this, I will say that you are your twin, maybe Leo. Okay. Leo energy is very strong. Why? I'm going to tell you. Because she sits on a throne which has two lions in the side. Yeah, lion, that it's a very strong Leo. Okay, and her throne, like her back of her throne, is a universe in itself, which represents endless possibilities. This is the meaning of Queen of Wands. So her throne, which has that backrest, generally doesn't be in a Queen of Wands. It is like she is the queen of endless possibilities. And with the two lions, a very strong, Leo card. And in this, generally Queen of Wands has sunflowers. So I'm sitting on a throne, yes, which has endless, like it's infinite, and has sunflower and lions. So that energy is nothing but very strong Leo card. Yes. So of all Leo, in all the 12 zodiacs, Leo has the highest determination. Yes. So the next, yeah. So the next thing also I want to add on to Queen of Wands is a Queen of Wands is known to be a queen which wears a golden outfit, like a golden dress. So gold, that is why I say gold aura. Yes, because it represents Queen of Wands. Yes, so very strong color associated with red in aura wise, and attire wise gold outfit. So she wears a gold outfit. You can see, and it's very, obviously you have different tarot decks wherein you can change colors, but red or white is like your ABCD. Yeah. So she is a queen that is very strongly associated with gold. Yeah. That is why I always help people to channel their sexual energy. Yeah. All the deer. Okay. Now comes the last card, and the king of the wands, the king of wands. Yeah. So king of wands is like, for example, like Mr. Modi, the prime minister. Yeah. Some, very authoritative figure, someone who has balance. Let me tell you, if there is no saying or no particular rule that king of wand need to be a male energy only. Yeah. I just saw triple one in my recording. Yeah. So king of wand can also be a female energy that is in her king of wand. Like, when by the time I finished my inner union, the wands, I felt like, a king, that I mastered this. I have picked up when I met my soulmate, and I, went on a journey with my soulmate. I felt so happy and so beautifully. I did have an internal conflict even then emotionally, because I found myself also in love with my soulmate, not only my twin flame. That I'm going to cover in inner union, the cups. Yes, so stay tuned. Yes, so king of wand is someone who has mastered all your wands energy. Yes, so king of wand talks about that. Yeah, in this, let me tell you, you also, oh god, I dropped it. In this, you also have, lizards and all of that below. It's nothing but a chameleon. Like you have undergone a change, or you have embarked on a journey of your own decision. There is no influence. I'll tell you, wands is an energy where your twins influence you will not see. Yeah. Like for example, if my twin, like if I achieved inner union, obviously it is my, even Mr. V has achieved. So this, yeah, he also did his inner union without my influence. So there was a cutoff. Yes, let me tell you, the best example for this is, that Krishna and Radha are twin flames. Okay, and there was a curse on them that they can't see each other for 100 years. Yeah, 100 years. So that is a very significant example of separation being involved in a twin flame journey. Twin flame, like I say, karmics go parallel, hand in hand, even separation goes hand in hand. Because there are some topics which you need to do alone, like you, divine feminine, need to follow alone, and your divine masculine need to follow alone. But still, you're intertwined. Yeah, there is telepathy, the concept of telepathy. That is why, before making inner union, the wands video, I covered what is a sacred divine feminine and how to master telepathy with your twin flame. Yes, now I'm going to end this video with the strong preachings of what we learned from Bhagavad Gita. Yes. So from first, if I have to, tell about the strong preaching, like I say, how to master telepathy and in how to be a sacred divine feminine, I spoke about belief. Yes. Krishna tells Arjuna that you believe, you become of what you believe in. So that was the highlight of Bhagavad Gita, Gita being my past life name. Yes. So, because I was very good singer in my past life. I remember like singing and all of that. Like I say, in my past life, I've already been an actor. I've already been a singer. I've already even been a sports because I play very good badminton. Yeah, if I would really pursue that, I would play in nationals. Yes, so because of my my right hand issue, little bit I have, I couldn't pursue that. So for me, those are the things which tell me that I've already done in my past life. Yes, so for me, it's not new. Yeah, so like that, it is your connection to your past life. I'm going to talk in inner union, the cups. Yeah, and the emotional, obviously the emotional balance, and obviously me being the water sign. Yeah, it's a very strong my deck. Yes, so what exactly, yeah, is the, let me just convey this preaching today from the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, yeah, so my name in my past life was Geetanjali. I remember it so strongly, like people calling me that in my dreams. I see that. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, so it's so evident, like it was just like, yesterday I was Geeta, today I'm Deepa. Yeah, it's like that. So well I remember my past life. So by the time you finish your inner union and finish your karmic victory, and you when you learn to balance, God gives a middle phase of temperance, the balance. Yeah, wherein you balance, because you have to, that is when you are cut off from all the divine feminines, all your friends, family, everything. When I mean cut off, it doesn't mean literally you throw them away. Cut off energetically. Yes, energetically, God will cut you off. Yeah. So, King of Wand, um, you know, also talks about all the preachings and all the lessons that you learned. Yes. Now, the biggest, teaching that I want to give from Bhagavad Gita, ending this video, is belief. Krishna tells Arjuna that you become what you believe in. So if you do not have belief and trust in this twin flame journey, your journey will nowhere go. It will still, like, it's like a maze. You will fall in that. Yes, in Bhagavad Gita, the biggest preaching that when he is on a chariot gives Arjuna is believe. You become what you believe in. So for me, I always believed that we will wake up. I knew that it is very tough. I was ready for the consequences, yes, but never lose your belief and your trust. Very two high adjectives that I can tell you from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so I'm gonna cover in other videos what are the other teachings. Yes, yes, my lovelies. I hope you enjoyed this video and you picked up a thing or a two. Yes, a very important video that I'm releasing on my channel, and one of the tick mark in my checklist that I've completed, inner union, the wands, on Krishnastami, on my Rohini Nakshatra day. Yes, my lovelies, so stay tuned for my tarot reading, which I'm gonna do, yes, after a short break. Yes, after my 10 of wands to pair of wands. Yes, my lovelies, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, this is Deepa. Yes, the queen of wands and the king of wands bidding a bye. Bye, guys.